Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to continuing on these guys. This is the 1/48 scale ROKF. No, that's not right. ROKAF F4 Phantoms. Turning the Tamiya F-4B into the Academy F-4D, or the Korean F-4D, however you'd like to do it. We're doing two at the same time. You guys already know this because you've been following my series. Today, however, I'm not really going to be doing anything. Not very exciting, is it? But I wanted to give you guys an update on what is going on with these. So, I did get the rear parts of these planes painted up with the nice metallic colors, the light gunmetal, the dark gunmetal. Looks really nice. Added some of a little bit of AK's extreme metal, burnt metal to these to give it that little bit of a discoloration so it's not just all nice and pristine. And I did that on both of them. This is the Academy Kits piece, which of course a little bit different than the Tamiya. But as I look through the instructions on what the next steps are on these two builds, now I also have my engines or cans, however you want to whatever you want to call them. They are in there and ready to be installed. Anyway, it's calling out for basically assembling, and you added commercials to your stream. Congrats on being an affiliate. Yes, thank you, Uala. Thank you very much. Yes. So, where was I? It distracted me. Looking at the instructions on what is next in our assembly process, they basically want us to, or want me to start doing all the landing gear stuff. But I don't want to have all the landing gear stuff installed on this when I gotta start painting all of this stuff. That is stuff that's going to be in the way, have to navigate around that, and so that's too much of a pain. So I've realized my next step really is painting the top. Painting the top of the wings and the fuselage. That's going to be my next step. Looking at the kits, it's basically the Academy one. This is the Academy instructions. Put the wing tips on, put the tail fin on, and then start working on the landing gear. Yeah, that's all well and good, but again, I need to paint, right? The Tamiya kit, if we look at the instructions on this, right, we just getting this all, the underside of the tail, under here, getting all this put in, and then we put the engines in, right, and then we flip it over, and now we're into the landing gear bay doors and stuff like that. But again, I need to paint. Now, when you look at these two little pictures here, you notice the ROKAF, that one is camouflage, and that's what I'm going to be going with. So I've got a lot of masking to do and all that kind of good stuff. I have my colors that I'm going to be using. I'll be using Mr. Color for this guy, and I've got my two different shades of green. This one is number 309, and they call that green. Yay, it's green, number 309. And then this one, the lighter color, is a 303, and this is also green. Yes, very, very creative in your color names there, Mr. Color. These are both green. 303 and 309 to get my lighter and darker green. And then this one is called brown, and that is 310. Okay, descriptive names, yes, very, very descriptive. Nice and simple. So these are my 3 colors that I'm going to be doing the camouflage in. The Academy kit is actually going to be painted up to be a U.S. Navy plane, or Marine, no, it's a Navy. U.S. Navy, and I'm going to be going with that same color scheme that's on the box art for the Tamiya kit. And so, that's basically, I believe it's just light gold gray. I'd have to double check, as obviously this is in primer, but that's it. So it's basically going to be a very simple color pattern, but nevertheless, that's what it's going to be. I haven't had time to address the fitment problem on the nose cone here, as you saw last time when I installed this thing. It doesn't quite sit flush on there, and unfortunately I'm not all that great of a sculptor, so I'm not going to be really sanding that down very much. It's just kind of going to be what it is, and I think I'm just going to leave it. I can kind of get rid of that lip on the top there a little bit, since I've got it flush on the bottom. Maybe I should bust it off and realign it, really, but yeah, that's the way that one is. Unfortunately, the Academy kit is not going together quite as nicely as a Tamiya kit. You can even see I've got some alignment issues on the bottom here. A huge step here on the bottom. Maybe you can't see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Let me see here. Go to my overhead cam. You can see there's a huge line underneath my finger there. Right along there. You can see that line. Big seam line. Not so much on this side. This side looks pretty good. You can see it a little bit though. Get the right angle and you can see it. But this is a huge step. That's like almost a 1 millimeter thick step. You can see it right there against my shirt. Right? That's a big step right there. And yeah, that shouldn't be like that. But that's what it is. The main thing was I wanted to get it nice and smooth up top here. This is a nice clean transition. There's no big lines, nothing like that. It fits fairly smooth, and that's the important thing. This is going to be sitting down. One thing I did find that is kind of disappointing, Tamiya gives me the option on the wing tips of having them laid down or having them tipped up. The Academy kit does not give you such an option. The Academy kit, the wings are only out, and that's all you get. You don't get both options on the Academy kit. And I would have actually preferred to have my Korean version with the wings out and my American version with the wings up. Simply because the American is going to be a Navy plane. I'd like to have the wings upwards on it, and have the Korean plane with them out, because it's not a Navy plane, it's a Korean plane. Korea doesn't really have a Navy to speak of anyway. So yeah, so that's kind of, I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I'm at with this, and where I'm headed. And right now, basically, I have to get a bunch of painting done on this. So I've got to mask off my engine area, and then I'm going to mask off the bottom because I don't want any of that camouflage on the bottom of this. And yeah, that's basically the reality of what I'm looking at. I got some masking to do. I think I will do a base coat of the brown color, this color here. That'll go down first, and then I'll do the greens after. But I don't really see any benefit in showing you guys that on the camera, because it's basically just, well, that's just the way it is. Oh, hello, Mega Boy, or Mega Boy. Thank you again. Yeah, you guys don't need to watch me masking off the paint and doing my airbrush. If you want to watch me airbrush, check out my other videos. It's very simple. You can see me airbrush on other things. Speaking of which, somebody had commented on my last video. They wish that I would show like my collection of builds that I've done, and I don't really have the setup to do that kind of thing live, to show that, to walk around. I don't want to do Twitch on my phone and walk around. I'm not an IRL streamer, right? And well, my display is not really all that great of a setup. I got a shelf where I keep them all lined up, and that's about it. They're not in nice cases or anything like that, so they get dusty and they get all kinds of stuff. But what you can do is you can check out my Instagram, where I upload pictures of everything that I build. So you can check that out, and there's links in the description below, and you can check out my Instagram. You can check out my Twitter if you want. But really all I do on Twitter is just I upload the announcement that I got a new video on YouTube, pretty much, and that's about it, right? But yeah, if you do want to see all my other stuff, just head over to my Instagram, or you can check out all the pictures of stuff that I've built before. But thank you for the comment, and thank you for the idea, thank you for the interest in wanting to see that. So that's cool. So like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know kind of where this is headed, what the next step is in the building of these two kits. As far as all the landing gear stuff, I'm basically going to take the sprues and I'm going to primer the heck out of them, and then start laying down a bunch of white paint on them in preparation for doing all this landing gear stuff, because all of these pieces are all white, and yeah, and there's a lot of pieces to do, especially on the Tamiya kit. So although Tamiya has this little box that's going to go in on the bottom here in the center right there, and that's going to be cockpit green and some red with white doors. But yeah, it's all that stuff's got to be kind of put in preparation. We got assembly of the wing tips, whether you're going to be putting them down or up, depends on which pieces you assemble together. I guess at the end of the day, because I want my Korean plane to have the wings out, I'm going to have them out, and that's just the way it's going to be. Yeah, so it's possible I could maybe borrow a piece from the Tamiya kit and put it on the Academy kit and have the wings up on that one. Maybe that might be an option. I might be able to do something like that, kind of just fabricate something together to get them to have that hinge showing with the wing up. I'll take a look at that and see what my options might be for that. If it's something I can make that's going to be structurally sound, and we'll try that out. So yeah, so with that, that's going to be about it for today, guys. Sorry for the short video, sorry for the short stream, but that's pretty much it. I'm going to spend a bunch of time masking and painting some colors on these things, and like I said, I don't think you guys need to really see that. That's kind of boring. So yeah, so with that, I'm going to end it here. That'll be it for today, and yeah, thank you for watching, and thanks for coming out, and hopefully we can get a little bit more done next time we're together, and kind of move on and getting these things starting to actually get sort of towards the end of the assembly process, and we can move on to something else, right? Seems like it's been a little while since I've been working on these guys, but yeah, that's anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and we'll see you all in the next one.